Back when S2GFC was grinding it out in the lower divisions, we always had to compromise on our manager. And that's simply because we just didn't have enough money. Most of our funds had to go towards a stadium or buying players. Signing an experienced manager was a complete afterthought. I mean, we were literally hiring people who were willing to manage us for free. At one point, we just picked up our groundsman and made him the gaffer. Saying that, no disrespect to Lenny from me. He did a great job getting us into the championship. But yes, last season, we did realize his shortcomings. He just didn't have the tactical ability to get us promoted to the Premier League. He had reached his ceiling. And that is why it was time for us to get a serious manager. And that's what we did by signing Frank Lampard to S2GFC. That's right, a Premier League winner, a Champions League winner, is now coaching our club. And already he's had a pretty big impact, changing our tactical style of play, even a completely new 4-2-3-1 system. And because of Frank Lampard's aura, we were able to bring in a player as good as Ethan Ampadu, 80 overall, to the club. But Frank Lampard is not yet happy with our squad. He wants more. And I've just had a meeting with him where he's explicitly stated that he wants this player gone. And not gonna lie, I'm surprised. It's Iker Alvarez, the Romanian goalkeeper. He's one of the highest rated players in our squad. And what could be the reason Frank wants him gone? To be honest, even last season, Alvarez did make quite a few mistakes. He was never really perfect. And already after a rocky start we've had to the championship, conceding a couple of goals, Lampard wants a different goalkeeper, not Iker Alvarez. He wants to go for an English player. And you know what, guys? There's a reason we signed Frank Lampard. We want a player that can help us with our transfer policy, that can help us in how to run this club. And if this is what he wants, we've got to be backing him. I'm putting Iker Alvarez on the transfer list, and hopefully we can get him sold soon. Because, yeah, we've just got about 8 or 9 days until the window shuts. Before that, we need to sort out Frank Lampard's demands. Okay, now to sign a new goalkeeper, we've only got 3.3 million. That is not going to be enough. I think we're just going to need to wait until Iker Alvarez is sold. Meanwhile, we've got a Carabao Cup fixture against Southampton. I mean, already we're facing a Premier League club. I feel like this could be a really good test for Frank Lampard to see where he stands. Because I remember when we had Lenny, Premier League clubs used to smoke us. Okay, there are quite a few tired legs for this game, so we're having to rotate the squad. But I'm sure that's going to be the same for Southampton as well. They're going to rotate the team too. Now, I don't want to get knocked out in the Carabao Cup early because remember, every time we get to face a Premier League club at home, that's a cheeky 500k, man. And with our current financial situation, all of that money counts. Neil Lane on the ball. By the way, he's one who's been feeling really bad about the entire Scotty Bullock situation. A goal could be really nice for him as he puts his shot just wide. But yeah, Neil Lane has not been mentally in a good spot. He blames himself for Scotty Bullock leaving. I still can't believe that Bullock is gone. He was, I think, our most talented player. And for him to be now playing for Pablo Gonzalo at Leicester, it really does hurt. Regardless, Edward Bull here looking for a ball for Neil Lane. Bull getting it back, space to maybe shoot as well. Looking for options, looking for Bobby Malangu, and he's managed to score! Bobang Bobby Malangu, the South African beast. Slowly but surely, guys, he is getting better. He's learning to make those runs, and he's finally being clinical as well. But yeah, one thing Bobang will not stop is his stupid skills, and it is annoying sometimes, but it doesn't even work half the time, man. But he watches so many Neymar videos in his free time that, of course, he wants to try all of this. Is it going to end up costing us here? That would be really bad, but Patino tracks back nicely. In this 4-2-3-1 system of Lampard, the good thing is once we do have the lead, things do feel a lot more in control. Malangu. Good ball for Edward Bull, finding space but putting it above. I can't lie, boys. This has probably been the most impressive half of football we've had under Frank Lampard. I mean, against a Premier League club, we're looking like the ones that are dominating. And look at that, boys. We're looking for the second goal now. Neil Lane striking it. Big save. Yes, Bobang Malangu. Is he going to try something? Of course he is. This time it actually works. He keeps holding the ball. The dribbling was insane, but the keeper denied him. One good thing about Frank is that he's letting Bobang just play his football up top. He's not told him to stop doing the skills. He's letting him have the freedom, and I guess that's what's showing. Bobang and Edward Bull linking up so nicely, bro. Yeah, he goes. Malangu, chance to make it 2-0, but he puts it wide. Even the bench can't believe it. That's the thing with Bobang. There's so much talent, but he's still learning. He's gonna take time, but you know what? He looks like a superb striker to have in the squad. Him and Sean King up top, man. I feel like we've got this position covered. That's a very dangerous dangerous cross. Nothing we could do, and Iker Alvarez just got standing. And that's the thing about facing a Premier League club, bro. If you don't take your chances, you do end up getting punished, man. We were literally dominating this team up until the 70th minute, and suddenly Southampton are back in it. But okay, we're still trying as Bobank controls the ball really nicely. Oh, that was insane from him. He tries the cutback, didn't work. Okay, finally, Nicholas Hart has found a bit of space. He's not really got a chance to do much, but he's not having a good game. Now, it's the 81st minute. If we hold on to the 90th, there's no extra time. It's going to straight away go to penalties, and we do have quite a bit of experience in that department. Saying that I would rather win, as here's Bobank trying something cheeky, didn't really work. And there you go, we have managed to hold on. Looks like it is going to penalties. It's kind of a funny situation for Iker Alvarez. He knows this could be one of his final games. Can he be the hero? Not to start with. But come on, Nicholas. I want you to score this penalty. Get the job done. Good pen. Maybe there's a chance if Iker Alvarez can make a few insane saves to keep his spot. If he's goalkeeping like that, there's no chance. Okay, what's Bobank Malangu gonna do? Down the middle and it's off the bar. No, Bobank. This could end up costing us now as it goes down the middle. Okay, Neil Lane needs to keep us in. Scores his penalty, but we need Iker Alvarez to make the save. Is he gonna do it? No. Okay, I'm confident Patino's gonna score. And he does. But we need a save right here, right now. Iker Alvarez, this could be your final chance to be a hero at our club. And he's made the save. Iker Alvarez, let's go. Come on, Edward Bull. Keep us alive in the shootout. No, Bull. Edward Bull's penalty saved. And, well, we're out of the Carabao Cup. Brilliant. Now, in the post-match press conference, Frank Lampard was asked whether he's willing to keep Iker Alvarez after he made that save.
Absolutely not. One save won't change my decision. I want him gone.
Meanwhile, guys, we're still working on trying to sell Iker Alvarez, yet to get offers for him. Although we have got an offer for West Banks, who, by the way, Frank Lampard says he does not want in the club. No use for him, so we're going to try and just get the cash. Okay, guys, we're just about 6 days until deadline day. I'm starting to get a bit worried. We have offers for players like Will Fish, Normand, more offers coming in for West Banks, but nothing yet for, of course, Iker Alvarez. And time is running out. I don't want to disappoint Frank in his first season. Hopefully, by the time we wrap this game up against Blackburn Rovers, there will be some good news. Meanwhile, boys, one player that Frank Lampard is really enjoying coaching, Ignacio Avila, the kid they're calling the next Lamine Yamal. By the way, somehow he's friends with Lamine Yamal and occasionally trains with him. That's how he got a +4 on his overall. But also, last episode, he really started showcasing his talent with goals and creativity, and that's got him the Player of the Episode award. And for that, we're rewarding him with the first touch play style. That way his ball control can be similar to Lamine. To be honest, guys, now that I think about it, I am not too disappointed of getting knocked out from the Carabao Cup. Because let's be honest, we don't have a squad that can compete in like 2 competitions, especially with how intense the championship is. I'd rather this season just go all in on the championship, get our spot in the Premier League. But that does mean we've got no excuses in the championship. We need to be getting results in games like this. And Gallardo looking to slide this one for Sean King, finding the angle and the goal. I feel like at the start he was kind of struggling in Frank Lampard's system, but good to see him get that goal. He's going to have to learn to play as a lone striker up top. Meanwhile, here's Avila looking for passing options. Sees the ball for Sean King. That was brilliant. And King with the finish. I feel like we need to do a DNA test on Avila, bro, because he's so much like Lamine Yamal. Is he like his younger brother or something? And you know what? With how much Lamine Yamal's dad parties, we can never really rule that out. And we're honestly going for more by the looks of it now. Nicholas Hart controlling it nicely, putting it back for King. Oh, that was such a good attempt, but wait. I think he's earned a penalty. Oh, yes, he tripped Sean King in the box. Maybe that put him off a little bit. And of course, it's Nicholas Hart stepping up. He's had a history with penalties. Missing a penalty even cost him his family's company. But I don't think he's going to miss now. Nicholas, put this one top bins. There you go. And yep, we've secured the win against Blackburn Rovers. That's the kind of performance we want to see from Lampard's team. But now, guys, our focus is completely on giving Frank Lampard what he wants, a new goalkeeper, and we've got 5 days to solve that. We've just got to wait for an offer to come in for Iker Alvarez. But firstly, though, West Banks is being sold. Cheeky little 380k coming into the bank. We'll take that. And finally, we do get an offer. This one is from Fenerbahce, literally on deadline day, and I don't think there's any time to negotiate. I'm still going to try, though, because any bit of extra cash we could get could end up being absolutely vital for this club. 5 million is going to be my counter offer. And no, 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 no. I messed it up. I messed it up. I freaking messed it up. They've rejected this. Are we going to even get another offer for Alvarez? Oh my days, we do get one. It's from Augsburg, and it's a bit lesser than Fenerbahce, 3.9 million. I'm just going to have to accept it. I don't want to take a chance, and Frank Lampard wants a new goalkeeper. We've got to get him one. And oh man, literally with 6 hours to go on deadline day, Alvarez has been sold. Look at Frank being so happy walking him out of the club. But yeah, cash-wise, we get 3.9 million, and that is going to put our budget up to 6.7 million. Also, Frank did mention he only wants an English goalkeeper. And I actually found a really good goalkeeper here in James Beadle from West Brom. 77 rated, 24 years old, but right now just out of our budget. And that's what I kind of feel. I don't think we're going to get a similar goalkeeper to Iker Alvarez in that same price. Now, Frank just sent me a message. The goalkeeper he really wants is Carl Rushworth. But come on, man. He's worth like 15 million. We just cannot afford a quality keeper like him. Maybe once we get to the Premier League. And already Frank is a bit disappointed that we're not able to get his transfers done. But to be fair, we did get him Ethan Ampadu. That was a big acquisition. A goalkeeper in the same window was always going to be a bit too much. I mean, hang on a minute. Jordan Pickford, 84 overall. Because he's 34, I think we just might have enough cash to get this over the line. I'm sure Frank would be delighted if we can bring in Jordan Pickford. But financially, this is proving to be a really difficult signing. We're literally on the limit budget and wage-wise. But unfortunately, boys, Pickford's wage demands were too much for us. We just can't afford him. And you can see the disappointment in Frank Lampard's face. Honestly, just 4 hours to go. We don't have a goalkeeper. I mean, we do have Luca Gigante, but if he's the main starting man that we've got for Frank Lampard, he might just resign and leave. Okay, wait, I've now found another option. Edison. Okay, he's not English, but I don't think Frank's gonna mind because Edison has played at the highest level for Man City. So many Premier League titles. And he's still 84 rated. 35 years old, yes, but he should be available for an even cheaper fee. I reckon we should be able to afford Edison. Let's not mess this up. I'm gonna go straight away with a £4.2 million offer. And yup, it does look like for 5.3 million, we have a deal a lot cheaper than what we were getting Pickford for. And even wage-wise, Edison easily fits our budget. We can easily offer him like 20k and get this deal done. Yup, he's accepted it. And that is such a relief. We've just got a Man City legend in S2GFC. And oh, you bet Frank Lampard is really delighted with this signing. He wanted a new goalkeeper, and we've got him one of Premier League's most iconic keepers in the last decade. And finally, the madness of this transfer window is now over. I mean, we signed a new manager, a couple of new players, and now without a doubt, I feel like we have to be gunning for promotion because the team is there. Defense looks solid. Midfield looks creative. And we've got goals galore up top with King as well as Boban. I do want you guys to rate our transfer window out of 10 in the comments. Of course, bringing in Lamps, Edison and Pardew, what do you guys think? I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10, bro, because we've strengthened our squad massively. Although, yeah, we did lose Bullock, so maybe it's an 8 out of 10. Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, subscribe to the channel. We're facing Norwich next in the championship, and I want to see the kind of impact Edison can have. This time, he didn't even have to make the save. But one thing about Edison is that how good he is on the ball. He can play those long ball passes easily. But okay, I'm hoping we don't have to really focus on the goalkeeper much, because if Avila can get the job done, attacking using his left foot and scoring, that's what Ignacio Avila does. Okay, let's see if Edison can launch this ball up top for Sean King. Really nice. That could be something we use in our attack now, because Edison has the distribution to do that. It's now leading to Nicholas Hart on the charger, trying to cut it back but can't. Ethan Ampadu now in space. The fake shot to open things up, going for goal. Ampadu, that is special. For our CDM to pull that off is unreal. Goal of the season contender right there. Avila sliding this one for Gallardo. That was a brilliant pass. Deserved a goal. I feel like Frank Lampard has got this team organized so well that we're both attacking and defensively so solid. One more goal and that should settle this game, and Sean King gets it 3-0 against Norwich. And by the way, with Frank Lampard at the helm, we're off to a really good start in the championship. 5th position. Although this season, I want to try and break into the top 2, get that automatic promotion. I don't want to be dealing with playoffs. But also, one thing that I'm enjoying seeing is Pablo Gonzalo's Leicester City in 11th. They've not had a good start. But of course, it is now time for the first Heartless derby of the season. Our official record against them is 1-1. I remember towards the end of last season, we did beat them. But we all know how heated this game can get. yet, especially now that they've stolen Scotty Bullock from us. Now, before this game, Scotty Bullock is already stirring the pot. He's given an interview. I'm glad I got away from that fraud, Neil Lane. To be honest, I still feel like we can't blame Scotty Bullock for leaving, because as the club owner, I handled that situation with Neil Lane terribly. I mean, it was Neil Lane who did all the gambling. We should have let him take the fall, because to be honest, he's still only a bench player at our club. We should have just sacrificed him, sent him to prison so we could have kept Scotty Bullock. That's my honest opinion now. Because come on, Bullock is a world-class talent. And just like that, we let him leave. Okay, you guys in the comments are down bad. Who's that baddie? What's her at? Bro, we're talking about Scotty Bullock here. No, come on, man. Okay, now there are more comments about this freaking reporter than about the Scotty Bullock situation.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
But anyways, boys, it is time for the big derby. And looks like Lamps is making a few key changes. He wants Neil Lane to start. Albie Normand is also playing. We're going for experienced Gallardo as well, because I guess he knows a bit about Leicester's coach Pablo Gonzalo. And guys, the team is gearing up for the third ever Heartless derby. I'm not gonna lie, this fixture always hypes me up, man. And I'm glad that this season we're in a better spot. We're probably the favorites for this, and it's at home. But I'm looking at that Leicester team and I see Emi Martinez. Wait, is that Lisandro Martinez? Yup, that's him too. What is their lineup is the big question. Scotty Bullock's on the bench. Medeiros as well. Very interesting. Uribe does start. Very interesting that Scotty Bullock is going to start off the bench. But that I think is good, man. I don't want to be facing up against him. Neil Lane. He's got a big point to prove in this one. I don't know if mentally he's in the right spot, though. Sean King with brilliant dribbling, finding space, bang! The best start possible in the Heartless derby. We're owning Leicester City so far. Okay, it's a bit of a chaotic situation. We cleared it away. Neil Lane loses the ball, and come on, man. We just gifted Leicester back into the game, and it was Neil Lane's mistake. I do feel like he's not right in the head, bro. He still blames himself for the whole Bullock situation, the fact that he should actually be in jail, banned from the sport for 4 years. Instead, it was Bullock that took the hit for him, and of course now left the club, and he's got a grudge against us. I really don't know what can get Neil Lane's mojo back, but he's got to fix up, boys. Otherwise, we're gonna have to just sub him off. I feel like now the game has completely changed. It's Leicester City who are getting more comfortable in possession. We are defending well, but how long can we do this? Oh, that's really bad, and we get opened up again. Leicester have got the lead. No, that's such a dangerous cross. Nothing we can do about it, and it's Uribe. What's he doing in the box? Former S2GFC player scores, and he runs straight to the corner flag to celebrate as well. This hurts, boys. We're 3-1 down to Leicester City. Neil Lane having an absolute stinker. And straight away in the second half, Lampard has made a triple change. Edward Bull has come on, Avila as well, and Patino in midfield. There's no chance Neil Lane is playing with the current headspace that he's in. Okay, Bull has really linked up nicely as he's through on goal. Should get the goal. Edward Bull making that look easy. And he's going to enjoy this goal as well, because don't forget he's got a bit of beef with Pablo Gonzalo. Pablo actually wanted him out of S2GFC, but we chose Edward Bull, kept him at the club, and kicked out Pablo. Oh, Sean King, and there you go, boys. We've made the comeback. 3-all. The Heartless derby literally never disappoints. What a game this has been. But come on, I want to push for the win. Let's go for that next goal. As Nicholas Hart finding Edward Bull. Looking for the ball for Sean King, who almost attacked it. By the way, now even Leicester City are making some changes, but it's not Scotty Bullock. He's not coming on. I have a feeling because Scotty's English, Pablo Gonzalo doesn't really want to play him all that much. Because look at that. He's got Echeverri in his team, an Argentinian in that cam spot. Oh, and Park Jisoo has pulled his hamstring. No, that's bad. He's literally stopped running. Ampadu has had to come back. Edison makes the save. Okay, Jisoo who's gonna have to come off, man. Clark is coming on. Do you know what? With the injury that we just had, I would love to get a draw. It almost went in. And oh my god, it's a crazy block from Ampadu. And looks like we're gonna have to share the spoils in this Heartless derby. 3-all. What a game. Now, wait a minute, guys. There has been a bit of a dip in form and we've dropped down to 8th. Positive thing is that Leicester are still in 11th. I'm not too worried because we do have a game in hand over Sheffield, which if we do win, there's a good chance we could go to 7th or maybe even to the top 6. Don't forget, guys, by the 1st of January, now there's a lot of games until then, but yes, we need to be in a playoff spot because if we aren't, we're gonna have to pay a 4 million penalty to Puma, and that's gonna be really painful, especially because signing Edison really drained us financially. We're down to 1.5 million. To pay off that 4 million, we might need to sell a player. So yeah, easiest solution for us, just getting into that top 6. Also, by the way, both Albie Normand and Brandon Neal are coming into my office. They want to have a discussion about their position and how they feel that they don't fit the current system and they're disappointed about it. Now, especially with Albie Normand, I've got to be extra nice because he's also the club's sponsor. But as club owner, I feel like there isn't much I can do here. The gaffer Lampard has moved to a formation with CDMs. Even Patino's kind of out of position, but he's doing a job. I feel like both Normand and Neal are just going to have to adapt. And maybe I do know someone that can help them out, because in the CDM position, the main thing is that they're going to have to be defensively a lot better. Because look at Normand's defending, 54. That needs to go up if he wants to play CDM. And it's the same for Brandon Neal, who's got 48 defending. And guess who's the assistant coach of our club? Sebastian Finch. I've just given him a call and told him to give extra training sessions to Normand and Neal to improve their defending. That way they could figure out how to play the CDM role and start to feel important again. And also, good on Lampard for playing Normand and Neal in that CDM position for this game. The only way they'll get better there is by getting more game time. Oh, that's a good ball in, and Sean King's header goes above the crossbar. For a second, I wanted him to take a bicycle kick there, but I don't know if Sean King has got that in his locker. But okay, there, Norman just going out of position. That was the wrong thing to do. He's playing as a CDM. Oh, and defensively, We've been opened up. Big save, Edison. That's why we paid the big money to sign him. To be fair, it wasn't really big money, considering it was an 84-rated Man City legend that we were able to sign. But okay, boys, how do we end up conceding from a silly cross like that? Brilliant. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Sean King. Let's get back into this game. There you go. You can always rely on King for delivering the goods. And King again. That was almost the lead. Okay, it's good to see that we figured this game out. We're attacking more now. We need to be the ones to score the next goal, though. And okay, maybe we can do now with Edward Bull. Putting this one in. Nicholas Hart couldn't attack. Albie Normand sees Park Ji-soo in a bit of space, going for goal with his right foot. What? How did the South Korean pull that off? I know his idol was Heung-min Son, and that was probably the most Heung-min Son thing he's ever done. Okay, now Avila's trying to help us get this game sorted as he sees the pass in for Edward Bull. That was absolutely brilliant. I don't know how Avila plays so well in tight spaces, bro. How did he get that pass in? And what a finish from Bull. Now, that's the result we need, boys, but we've got to keep this consistency up. Against Stoke City, Gallardo goes down and the ref gives a pin. Come on, Nicholas. I know you've had horror moments with penalties, but lately you've been smacking them really nicely, and there you go. And come on, as Park Ji-soo has managed to break through. Simple passing. Oh, King, you should have made a better run. By the way, I will say, though, the difference of having Patino as well as Ampadu in the midfield, it is so much better than Neal and Normand. But of course, they are getting better. They're learning a new position. Right now, though, Ethan Ampadu on a lovely run. Oh, what a goal. That was ridiculous. When I signed Ampadu, I had no idea he packed such a mean finish. This one was legit top pinch, no stopping it. And that's the win secured against Stoke City as well. Look at that, even Leicester keep winning, bro. And let's go, boys. We've easily broken into the top 6. So have Leicester City, which is annoying. But I'm starting to think maybe this is our season to fight to get to the top. Winning the championship and going as champions to the Premier League. I really feel like with the squad we've got, there's a good chance we can make it happen, especially with a goalkeeper like Edison who's been rock solid. And by the way, both Albie Normand and Brandon Neal have now adapted to the CDM position, although both of them lost a rating. But I guess all that training with Finch has really worked because their defense stats have massively gone up. With Frank Lampard at the helm, it's starting to look like, yes, we've got the team to fight for the title. The first ever trophy in S2GFC's history. But let's not kid ourselves, boys. A title race is something completely different. The question is, are we ready? There's still so many games left, and you know Leicester City are going to do everything possible to beat us. But you know what? Bring on the challenge.